Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. God made everything beautiful in its time. His timing isn't always our timing, but rest assured, He's working things out for the better. This COVID-19 pandemic has really changed everything around the world, from our basic routinary way of living to celebration of big events has suddenly shifted to the new normal. Today, our dear parents and their children who patiently waited. Finally, it's over. San Simon Integrated School proudly presents its third completion virtual ceremonies for this school year 2020-2021 with the theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic.
So, to start with, this most awaited event has never been made possible without the support of the equally and highly esteemed individuals from the Schools Division of La Union, led by the dynamic and very supportive Schools Division Superintendent, Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vivian Luz S. Pagatpatan, our two chiefs, Dr. Herman Flora of the Curriculum and Implementation Division, Dr. Emiliana Bowak of the Schools Governance and Operations Division, our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Mario P. Pasqua, our Secondary Cluster Monitoring Supervisor, Dr. Rominel S. Sobremonte, our Principal, Mirna D. Mapanaw, our Municipal Mayor, Honorable Eric O. Sibuma, our Barangay Captain Milias da Capias of San Simon East, Barangay Captain Delia Biniegas of San Simon West and the members of Barangay Council, PTA officers, headed by the PTA President, Mrs. Mary Grace Rulian, other distinguished men and women, colleagues, members of the graduating class, the pioneers of SSIS, proud parents, guardians, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and joyous viewing to all.
May we all put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism as we listen to our national anthem, followed by a doxology, Region 1 hymn, La Union hymn, List du March, and Aringa hymn played respectively.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, kailasan sinananan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, buyagan ang magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang pagkaw, may hinatang tudla, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may matitigil. Luman ang araw ng walhabing pagsikta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay magamin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Oh Jesus, my maker and my friend, you're always there with all your love beyond compare. In all of my days, your goodness follows me. Oh, I'm so blessed, and yet more than this, I'm thankful for who you are to me. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. you are my everything. Oh Jesus, my brother and my friend, you never change, you always give, you always care. And since you have come and turned my life around, I've come to know that you're all I need. Jesus, with you I am complete. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. Jesus, you are my everything. Jesus, you are my everything.
Mountains and the rivers, through the plains and winding trails, to the shores where breezes linger. That's the place I love so well. The home of men who love her, men who die to keep us free, men who toil to bad the weather, and one will never be. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me. Here I learned my lessons, in her veils I work and play. She has kept me safe and Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me. Other lands I wander as I search for melted flame. In my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me.
It is overwhelming to hear words of welcome from our very own active principal, Ma'am Mirna D. Mapana.
To our dynamic and brilliant Schools Division Superintendent, Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., our equally dynamic and brilliant Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vivian Luz S. Pagatpatan, our two workaholic chiefs, Dr. German E. Flora of the Curriculum Implementation Division, and Dr. Emiliana M. Bowak of the Schools Governance and Operations Division, to our equally brilliant Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Mario P. Pasqua, Monitoring Supervisor of Secondary Cluster, Dr. Rominel S. Sobremonte, the committed and dedicated members of the teaching staff of this school, officers and members of the Parent Teachers Association headed by the PTA President, Mrs. Mary Grace P. Rulian, Barangay Captain Milias Tacapias of San Simon East, and all the members of the Barangay Council, Barangay Captain Delia M. Biniegas of San Simon West and members of the Barangay Council, my dear graduates and completers, my dear parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to each and everyone. Today is a very memorable and momentous event as you are having your moving up ceremony and graduation rites for this school year 2020-2021. My warmest and sincerest congratulations, graduates and completers of this batch 2021. Graduation is a time to celebrate as you are to achieve your dreams and reap the fruits of your hard work and determination. Your remarkable accomplishment in hurdling this tough journey brought you warm memories in your past and of course will bring you into your big dreams in the future. As you go through your life ahead, you may gain perspective by looking back to where you have been, a time you have spent in your humble school, the San Simon Integrated School, and that when you will look ahead, you will see that your school, SSIS or the San Simon Integrated School, is a part of your future. Being a part of this school, we are so grateful and proud of your endeavors and hoping that you will continue to fulfill your visions with passion and perseverance. With this year's theme, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, every one of us had exerted great efforts and sacrifices to push through with your education. Our salute to all of you, dear graduates and completers, and to include your parents, your teachers, our deputy officials, PTA, and other stakeholders for their full support and guidance to this great success. So to all of you, I welcome you all to this joyful and great celebration. Good day, mabuhay, and God bless us all.
Thank you, ma'am, for that warm welcome to our viewers today. May we also hear another message of greetings from our monitoring supervisor of the Junior High School Department, Mr. Rominel S. Sobremonte.
To our kind and understanding Schools Division Superintendent, Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., to our approachable and beauteous Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vivian Luz S. Pagatpatan, to the two workaholic chiefs, Dr. German E. Flora of the Curriculum Implementation Division and Dr. Emiliana M. Bowak of the Schools Governance and Operations Division, to the teaching and non-teaching staff of this school, PTA and other stakeholders, members of the graduating class, parents, and other guests, a pleasant day to all. Today is a red letter day to you, my dear graduates and completers, because you will be receiving your certificates as evidence that you have performed well in your studies. I know it was not easy to cope up with the challenges of this school year because you were left at your own to study your lessons. Nobody was prepared for this pandemic, but with the commitment and dedication of your teachers and cooperation of your parents and other stakeholders, you were given the materials you need to master all the competencies that you need to master. Your graduation and completion is a testament of your achievement in your academic undertakings. Your beloved school has equipped you with the wisdom and values that are important for your next journey. Your stay under the loving care of your teachers as well the support of your parents made you what you are today. So I encourage everyone to live to their expectations. Your success is also the success of your teachers and parents. I salute everyone for a job well done. May I emphasize that graduation is just the beginning of better and bigger opportunities. Prepare yourself with more challenges as you enter higher level of education. The road might not be easy as what you expect, but with the preparation that your beloved school has given you, I know that you will succeed. My dear graduates and completers, may your experiences in this pandemic serve as your motivation to focus more in your studies. May these experiences be your driving force to excel in whatever undertakings you will have. Do not be afraid to try new things because success does not come easily. You have to go through several challenges that will test your patience. So, soar high, spread your wings, and conquer the world. To you, my dear teachers, thank you for your dedication in providing quality education amidst the difficulties you had this school year. Your commitment to your work is incomparable, so I want to congratulate you for that. Keep on excelling in your work. Sa ating mga parents, maraming salamat sa walang sawang pagsubaybay sa inyong mga anak. Hindi kakayanin ng ating mga guro na gabayan ang inyong mga anak, lalong-lalo na at naka-distance learning modality tayo. Umaasa kami na patuloy ninyo silang gagabayan para lalo nilang pagbutihin ang kanilang pag-aaral sa mas mataas na antas ng edukasyon. Again, congratulations Batch 2021. I wish you all the best. God bless you all.
Let's hear another message from our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Mario P. Pascua.
Another message from our Chief Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. German E. Flora.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. True enough with the lines of the poem penned by Etienne de Guelet that goes, I shall pass this way but once. Any good that I can do, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. You did it amid the frightening threat of COVID-19 pandemic. The whole world is a witness of your triumph. Let this be a more reason to celebrate success with your family, relatives, and friends, and to be thankful too to the Lord Almighty for this great achievement. Your educational journey should not stop here. That dream will only become a reality if you continue to strive hard for it. Life must go on and on, even during these trying times. And as your teachers for a number of years have been there for you always, you will be meeting more of them to guide you even more until finally that dream is no longer a dream. It's what you aspired for with the grace of the Lord. Mabuhay and congratulations, Batch 2021.
Let us hear another message of greetings from our School Governance Operation Division Chief, Dr. Emiliana M. Boel.
Maraming bagay ang nagbago, kabilang ng sistema ng edukasyon sa bansa dahil sa COVID-19. Dahil ayaw ihinto ng kagawaran at ng pamahalaan ng pasukan, gumawa ito ng mga alternatibong paraan upang kahit papaano ay may matututuhan pa rin ang mga mag-aaral. Lahat ay nagsama-sama upang ang kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Sa ating napakatalinong ama at tagapamanihala ng La Union Schools Division Office, Attorney Donato D. Valderas Jr., ang napakabuting pangalawang tagapamanihala, Dr. Vivian Luz Pagatpatan, ang aking partner sa Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. German Flora, sa mga education supervisors, public schools district supervisors, specialists, school heads, teachers, at sa lahat ng magtatapos at mabibigyan ng parangal sa school year na to. Sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa edukasyon, isang mapagpalang araw. Labis akong nalulugod at nag-uumapaw ang tuwa sa aking puso dahil sa wakas, napagtagumpayan nating lahat ang mga hamon at pagsubok na dulot ng pandemya. Lahat nagsama-sama upang patatagin ang kalidad ng edukasyon, upang mabigyan ng magandang kinabukasan ang ating mga mag-aaral. Naging mahirap man ang biglaang transisyon, kinaya natin ito. Sa ating mga school heads, na siyang nanguna sa paggabay sa mga guro, sa pagbibigay ng kalidad na pagtuturo, kahit napakahirap ang dinanas dahil sa biglaang sistema ng pagbibigay ng serbisyo sa mga mag-aaral. Salamat. Sa mga local government unit na tumulong at sa pamahalaan ng barangay na siyang nagsilbing tulay upang maging mas madali ang delivery system ng education. Napadali ang lahat para sa ating mga guro dahil nandyan kayong tumulong. Salamat. Sa ibang stakeholders na nagbigay ng donasyong pinansyal, instructional materials, equipments at iba pang suporta, salamat. Sa mga magulang na hindi sumuko sa mga hamon upang makatapos o makapagpatuloy ang kanilang mga anak sa kanilang pag-aaral, salamat. Sa mga mag-aaral na hindi alintana ang banta ng sakuna na dulot ng COVID-19 sa kagustuhan na makapagpatuloy sa kanilang pagtahak upang makamit ang tagumpay at upang makamtan ang kanilang inaasam-asam na pagtatapos, binabati ko kayo sa inyong determinasyon. Dahil sa inyo, naging inspirado ang inyong mga guro sa kanilang pagtuturo at paggawa ng modules. Mabuhay kayo. At higit sa lahat, ang poong may kapal na siyang gumabay at nagbigay ng lakas ng loob upang magpatuloy kahit sa gitna ng pandemya. Salamat, Ama, sa pagpapala. Sadyang napakahusay po ang iyong mga plano dahil lahat nagsama-sama upang lalong patatagin ang kalidad ng edukasyon kahit pa sa gitna ng pandemya. Patuloy po sana mo kaming gabayan. Sa pagtatapos, patuloy po sana nating suportahan ang kagawaran, ang pamahalaan, ang La Union Schools Division Office upang maging mas matatag po ang kinabukasan ng ating mga mag-aaral. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Let us listen to another message of greetings from our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vivian Luz S. Pagatpatan.
This year's graduation has a story to tell. Forced by the call of the time, Graduation 2021 shall tell about the collective sacrifice and perseverance demanded from the parents, from the teachers, from the learners, from the Department of Education, as well as from the community. It is a story of responsibility shared and not to be forgotten. Never in recent history has a school calendar been strewn with so much difficulties piled upon difficulties. Never in recent memory has a school calendar been hit with so much hardships piled upon hardships. Complaints and difficulties never yet experienced were the order of the day. We took cognizance of this all. We ask you to trust the system. Together, we persevered. And today is yours. It is a journey to the stars through difficulties. Ad astra per aspera. And so, your graduation story is an inspirational story. It is about achieving victory in the face of adversity. And while this may be your personal achievement, the bigger picture is, it is a victory for all. To our 2021 graduates and completers, the parents, the teachers, our school leaders, our local government officials, and the entire community, congratulations. You deserve the stars. God bless.
It is with great pleasure and admiration that I convey my best wishes and profound felicitations to all the graduates, completers, and academic awardees of the school year 2020-2021. The efforts you have exerted to accomplish your academic tasks in the difficult times are something worthy of praises. Graduation and moving up ceremonies are the much-awaited events in the life of every learner as they represent the golden times of reaching higher education and achieving dreams and aspirations. Definitely, the road you have taken is rough, but all the struggles are worth considering as they are the first few steps that will define your future success. Indeed, finishing this challenging school year during these trying times of COVID-19 pandemic is remarkable since it has been inevitable to face and accept the new normal landscape of education. It has been a school year of extraordinary hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, learners, and parents in dealing and coping with chosen learning delivery modality to meet the most essential educational requirements. While it is admittedly difficult, you may take it positively as you have been given the opportunity to adapt to difficulties that have strengthened your innate potentials. Likewise, the incessant motivation and support of parents towards the seemingly thorny road to success caused by the global health crisis, as well as the strict obedience to various health and safety protocols, have enormously pitched in to this moment of your graduation and completion. My dear graduates, completers, and awardees, you have just marked another significant milestone in your continued quest for excellence and successful future. Certainly, more challenges will still come your way. However, to hurdle this, you should stay focused and always remember that your dreams are within reach when you are determined and committed to realize them. My beloved parents, community officials, and other stakeholders, accept our heartfelt gratitude for the victory we have achieved today. Thank you for being an effective and efficient partners of the Department of Education in the implementation of distance learning. Your untiring support is a deeper reflection of the unconditional love you have bestowed to the learners through the years. Undoubtedly, you have greatly taken part in realizing the goals and objectives of DepEd's pivot to quality education under the Sulong Educalidad program. Our sincere commendations to all our DepEd officials, the school administrators, faculty members, and non-teaching staff for providing the highest degree of service para sa bata, para sa bayan. Finally, with this happy celebration of your graduation and completion, it is with confidence to say that you have given our team for this year strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic a very special meaning. Congratulations and have a wonderful graduation day and moving up ceremonies.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
O Sibuma. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness virtually the main highlight of today's event. To do the honors of presenting this school year's candidates for completion, may we have on our screen our very own and dedicated school principal, Ma'am Mirna D. Mapanaw, followed right away by the acceptance, confirmation, and his message, Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., our school's division superintendent. May we give them a virtual applause.
Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., Schools Division Superintendent, La Union Schools Division. Sir, I, Mirna D. Mapanaw, in my capacity as Principal 2 of San Simon Integrated School, acting under the mandate of RA 9155, otherwise known as Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, hereby recommend for your approval the completion of 27 junior high school candidates, of which 16 are males and 11 are females. I certify that they have satisfactorily passed and completed all the necessary requirements for the junior high schools as prescribed by the Department of Education, its obtaining orders, issuances, and policies on the matter, and RA 10533, otherwise known as an Act enhancing the Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. I petition that their completion be approved and they be declared completers effective upon the day their certificates are signed. I further pray that the rights and privileges appertaining thereto be conferred upon the same.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 1, Division of La Union. Be it known by all, to the graduates and completers, by the power and authority vested in me by law and by the Department of Education, in my capacity as Schools Division Superintendent, La Union Schools Division, and acting upon the recommendation and petition of your principal or school head, that your graduation or completion in the respective ladder of our educational system be approved with the certification that you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for completion and graduation as prescribed by law and by the Department of Education. I hereby affirm your completion or graduation and declare you graduates or completers in these very historic and challenging times of our educational journey, effective upon the signing of your diplomas and certificates by authorized officials. I therefore confer upon you all the rights and privileges appertaining and attached to your diplomas and certificates. My congratulations. Go forth and be the change agents and the salt that the world needs. Sumayin niyo po ang aking maalap at taus-pusong pagbati. Sa gitna ng isang krisis dulot ng pandemya, napagtagumpayan pa rin natin ang adhikaing maitaguyod ang layunin ng edukasyon para sa ating kabataan upang masiguro natin ang kanilang kaligtasan sa kamangmangan. Nagsama-sama po tayong lahat, mga pinuno ng mga paaralan, mga guro, mga magulang, mga lokal at nasyonal na opisyal ng gobyerno, at iba pang ahensya nito. Mga pilantropo, mga ordinaryong tao, maging ang mga mismong mag-aaral. Tayong lahat ay nagkaisa upang isulong ang kalidad ng edukasyon sa lahat ng pamamaraan posible at kahit imposible na napatunayang posible din naman. Sama-sama nating ipinaglaban ang karapatan ng bawat bata na makapag-aral at hindi natin inalintana ang lahat ng balakid, pagkus lalong naging matatag sa bawat hamon na dulot ng kasalukuyang pangkalahatang problema sa kalusugan. Hindi rin po tayo pinabayaan ng pamahalaang lokal at nasyonal. Sa bawat programa nila, laging isa ang edukasyon sa mga prioridad. Marami ang naging leksyon, kalinangan at kasanayan, at sa gitna ng mga ito ay ang mga napag-alaman, mga nadiskubring mga epektibong pamamaraan. Natuto tayong gumalaw ng maingat at i-maximize kung ano ang oras, pagkakataon, at mga resources na meron tayo. Sa mga mag-aaral, natutong mag-aral sa kanilang sariling pamamaraan at naging responsable sila. Naging mabisang pagkakataon din ang mga pangyayaring ito upang lalong mapagtibay ang relasyon ng mga miyembro ng bawat pamilya, lalong-lalo na ang relasyon ng anak sa magulang o magulang sa anak. Ngayon, masasabi natin na sa kabila ng matinding agam-agam at mga haka-haka, tayong lahat ay nagtagumpay dahil tumayo tayo para sa edukasyon. Pinili nating maging proaktibo kaysa inaktibo. Pinili nating suungin ang pagsubok kaysa talunin tayo ng mga suliranin. At ngayon nga ay nagtagumpay tayo. Patunay nito na kayo ay nagsipag tapos o magsisipag tapos sa isang antas ng ating edukasyon. This is very historic and this marks a milestone in the colorful history of our educational system. And you, we, all of us are part of this. Salamat sa ating mga principals o school heads, mga guro, at mga non-teaching personnel na sa konteksto ng school-based management na pangatawanan nila ang school leadership at its best and sense of ownership at its highest among all members of the school community, parents, and stakeholders. Truly, we won the battle in the war for education because we made school-based management at its finest. In closing, I say, in La Union Schools Division, excellence we profess, care we cultivate, love we share, kindness we embrace, humility we live. Mabuhay ang La Union Schools Division. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang edukasyon.
Thank you, sir, for your heartwarming message. Congratulations, completers. Finally, it is time for the harvest. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment for our completers has come. Today, you will be witnessing the awarding of diplomas, certificates, medals, and ribbons to our outstanding completers and academic awardees. Please watch this. Bigain, Ralph Vincent B. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Marvin Bigain. Difunturum JVA, Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Efren Difunturum. Dulatre Florencio V. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lorenzo Dulatre Sr. Dulay Eric Jones L. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Eduardo Dulay. Fangon Jericho C. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Fangon. Gundran Rocky J. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Orlando Gundran. Hidalgo John Benedict B. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Benedicto Hidalgo. Hidalgo Victory Joseph R. Completer, the proud parents, De La Rosa Cristeta H. Mapanaw Lad C. Completer, with honors, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nyarly Mapanaw. Mapile Devo C. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Valentino Mapile. Neverida Louis R. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Domingo Neverida. Perez Daniel H. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dante Perez. Quinones Roel M. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rogelio C. Quinones Sr. Rivera John John A. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ferdinand Rivera. Rulyuda Justin P. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Noel B. Rulyuda. Tamsi Ferhaji A. Completer, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fermin Tamsi. Abrasaldo An F. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alan Abrasaldo. Aguilar Jara M. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jobert Aguilar. Cariaga Ebony Maeve A. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas Cariaga. Gundran Merrill M. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson Cabanero. Magno Rosalie N. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Norman Magno. Mapanaw Alexa Marie M. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Artemio Mapanaw Sr. Mapanaw Jasmine Miles M. Completer. With honors. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arvin Mapanaw. Neverida Ria D. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Virgilio Neverida. Pacris Rizalay B. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Felinon Pacris. Rivera Laika Joy A. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Larry Rivera. Sugabo Pia Angelica S. Completer. The proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nakario Sugabo. Meanwhile, may we hear from Mr. Ladsi Mapanaw, completer, with honors for his response.
First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude in Jehovah God for creating the heaven and earth, and for releasing us from sin and death by sacrificing His own begotten Son, Jesus Christ. I am also very thankful to my parents because they teach me the most important education, and that is the fear of God. I would also like to thank my second parents. They are the teachers of this school. And so, there is an old saying that education is the most important heritage that we can inherit from our parents. I too believe in this saying because our life is short, and because it is short, it is also very important to use education in a good way. Some people use it to be popular, and some people use it to earn a lot of money so that they can buy expensive cars, build a big houses, and to buy a vast land. But I'm not saying that doing those things are wrong. Yes, it is their own personal decision. But let's not forget the true purpose of education, and why does our God created us as an intelligent being. The true purpose is so that we can have a good name or a good reputation that we can use in glorifying our grand Creator. The other purpose is so that we can study or appreciate His other creation. Endlessly studying God's creation is the true success in life. Why? Just as I said earlier, human life is very short, and if we misuse education, we might not attain its true purpose. But today, I am very happy to graduate in this school. Even though they're saying that it is only an integrated school, I assure to the other students that in terms of education, we're not left behind because the teachers here are very intelligent and hardworking. I encourage the learners of San Simon Integrated School to be proud. So nga saan nyo nga ibain nga baryulaing tinayuskilan nyo. Ket para met kaditi naganak, iparikta nga ipatronize tayo dito yung eskilaan, ta adon nga estudyante ti naggraduar ditoy, eskilaan nga nagbalay ti danda. DJ Laing, thank you and congratulations kada tayo amin.
Thank you, Mr. Lad Mapanaw, and congratulations to all completers. In behalf of all the parents of San Simon Integrated School, may we hear a message from Mrs. Mary Grace Rulian, our General PTA President.
The Parent Teachers Association realizes that this was not an easy journey, but you stuck to the task of working to achieve your life's destinies. Graduation is an accomplishment that deserves recognition and encouragement. And that is especially true in these unprecedented times where, due to COVID-19 and social distancing precautions, graduation ceremonies at many elementary and secondary schools are either being canceled or held virtually for the second year in Rome. We recognize the efforts and applaud you and know that nothing will hinder you from achieving what God has destined for you. Let the world be your backyard as you go forth to conquer and conquer. You must cause San Simon Integrated School to be proud to call you its citizens as you play your part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. So now, more than ever, it is important to acknowledge the special graduate in your life and make them feel extra special. From virtual graduation, ideas to finding the perfect graduation gift. Never forget your alma mater. Congratulations, teachers and graduates. May the Almighty God guide and richly bless you on the rest of your journey. Walk with God and you will walk good.
For touching the lives of our learners and their parents, thank you also for your generosity.
Raise your right hand and follow after me. I state your name, Jasmine Mapanaw, a member of 2020 to 2021 completers, do hereby solemnly pledge on my honor to uphold the ideals and principles this institution and maintain myself such that I shall be worthy to render service to the best of my ability in all that I do, to put into practice all the good teaching, abilities, skills, and morals values I have acquired from her so that I can give honor to her and to myself. So help me God.
Ask me what you want to know. desert, through the deepest snow. Forward, always forward I go. What a journey it has been, and the end is not in sight, but the stars are out tonight, and they're bound to guide my way. When they're shining on my life, I can see a better day. I won't let the darkness in. What a journey it has been. Forward, always forward. Onward, always up. Catching every drop of hope in my empty cup. What a journey it has been, and the end is not in sight, but the stars are out tonight, and they're bound to guide my way. When they're shining on my life, I can see a better day. I won't let the darkness in. What a journey it has been. What a journey it has been.
May we take this opportunity to thank everyone who unselfishly cooperated, participated in any undertakings of this year's SSIS virtual completion ceremonies. Sa inyo pong lahat, marami pong salamat. Congratulations, completers, and to your proud parents, go forth, grow, and be successful. Finally, to close our program, may we listen to Mrs. Tita Apolonia Magno for the closing remarks.
In every beginning, there is an ending. And every opening, we have to wrap it up together. I want to express my sincerest congratulations to all of you, our dear completers, for choosing San Simon Integrated School in shaping and enhancing your learning abilities and skills. Yours has been an extraordinary and unprecedented journey that called for extraordinary and unprecedented resiliency in the face of a pandemic. You answered that call and will tell your story with pride for generations to come. Thank you to all the parents and guardians who trusted us in taking care of your child's educational needs. Congratulations, and thank you to all the teaching staff of this school who tirelessly and steadfastly delivered their maximum efforts to help grow more smartly and confidently. Above all praises to God, who made all these things possible amidst the global pandemic COVID-19. We truly are blessed as we stood the test of time. Hope to see you all, dear completers, with flying colors in the near future. God luck, and may God bless you all.